Information for Development Trust (IDT) hosted a training workshop for journalists at Cresta Oasis in Harare. The workshop aimed at capacitating journalists with the tips and tools on election reporting ahead of the 2023 harmonized polls. This is what the journalists said after the training workshop.
And I'm a reporter from newszimbabwe.com. We've just completed a workshop on elections reporting. Since we're already in the election period, as journalists, we needed that training. It's going to be my first time reporting on elections, and this training has helped me on what to look out for. I've learned that we need to work together with community-based organizations for elections coverage. There's a lot of issues that we have to be on the lookout for, like there are electoral irregularities that you need us as the media to point out and investigate when necessary. I've also learned that for us to be able to cover the elections, we need capacitation in terms of resources, even knowledge. I've also learned that elections is about numbers, and there's a lot which happens with numbers, and as a reporter I shouldn't avoid numbers. Elections are also about political parties, personalities involved, the history or background of what happened in the previous elections. Is it likely to happen again in this election? So this training has capacitated me more. Now I at least have an idea of what to be looking for, what to.
Mary Mundea, another journalist who will be covering elections for the first time this year, also added her voice, and this is what she said.
As somebody who will be covering elections for the first time this year, I found the training to be highly beneficial, because not only was I equipped with a basic understanding of the electoral cycle, but also taken through on what it is that is expected of us as media practitioners, our scope of work, possible story ideas, and what to do before covering an election, basically how to prepare before one goes to cover for an election, and I really found it fruitful.
Journalists were also taught on how to enhance gender parity in election reporting and how to detect electoral irregularities.
It was an informative workshop whereby we were being taught of the election reporting nuggets as we head towards the 2023 harmonized election. I've come to appreciate issues of gender parity within election reporting. Also, I've been enlightened on the dangers of election reporting, whereby we have to understand the electoral processes and the institutions that are involved within the running of elections. Also, to have an understanding of the constitution of the country, whereby you have to understand the Electoral Act and other issues that goes hand in hand with election reporting. Also, I've come to appreciate the need to include the female voices in terms of our reporting, so as to bring gender equality within the reporting. I've come to appreciate how I would pitch story ideas, how best I would come up with the story ideas within the election reporting framework, whereby it's not necessarily have to be those stories that we write for the elites, but also stories that captures everything from grassroots to the elite.